and welcome back to another Minecraft Redstone video thing. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build 10 different redstone contraptions that are very useful for farms. So let's jump right in. First one I have here is about the most simple on the list. This is basically just a way to get periodical redstone outputs in case, I don't know, like an observer would get in the way of sugarcane growing or something like that. But basically what happens is that a daylight sensor isn't just always on or always off depending on what time of day it is. It actually emits a different redstone signal depending on the time of day. And so if you take an observer output from that, you can then get periodical one-tick pulses every couple of minutes, which is very useful. So we have another device that is used to make periodical redstone outputs, and it is called the Etho hopper timer. As you can probably guess, it was made by Etho's lab, and basically what it does is it transports, it just happened there, it transports a stack, or it doesn't have to be a stack, it can be any amount of items from one hopper to another, depending on depending on the amount of items, the amount of time it takes for the pistons to move and change, and you can take a redstone output from that because the pistons can push backwards and forwards a redstone block, which is very useful. As you can see, it just went again. The more items you put in the hoppers, the longer it will take to activate. Oh, and one last thing about these, it's actually possible to chain them together so that basically whenever one moves from one side to the other, say you've connected it up to another Etho hopper clock, then one item from one hopper in that Etho hopper clock will be able to move from... I'm making it sound really complicated. Basically, you can just create really long timers, chaining these together to make it so that items flow through far slower. That's it for that one. Next up, we have a design that I really like, and it is the one-wide highlighable button selector panel. Now, basically, what it does is it shows you which things are activated and which things aren't, and also it activates them, obviously. And the great thing is, it actually uses a button rather than a lever, and of course this entire thing here could just be replicated with a lever on a redstone lamp, but levers look horrible compared to buttons, and it's far more impressive to have this. And so if I wanted to activate my bamboo farm, for example, I could press this button. Then say I wanted to activate my moss farm, I could press that button. Then say I didn't want my sugarcane farm activated, I could press that button. It's brilliant. But this is what the redstone looks like. Give you a good time to look at it. Yeah. So there has to be a gap underneath these pistons here so that redstone blocks can get pushed down into the floor. And as I say, it is one wide and highlighable, so you could have this design just stretching on for miles. And yeah, it's really cool. Next up, we have the auto dropper. I'll just give you a quick tour of redstone. Very simple stuff. And basically, what happens is, I've still got some yellow and black on. Anyway, as the name suggests, it automatically drops things. You don't have to put them in the dropper if you don't want to. You could have a hopper dropping them in or something. It's very useful for farms where, say, you want to use water streams to transport items. Next up, we have a design that I use in almost all of my farms, because almost all of my farms have a collection system powered by hopper minecarts. But basically what happens is that if the hopper minecart doesn't have anything in it, it'll just get bounced straight back. But if it does have something in it, it'll stay there until all of the items have been unloaded. This is the redstone right here. This is literally all of it. It's very simple. Basically just got a comparator output that's when it turns on, it turns off this redstone torch, turns off this repeater, in turn turning off this powered rail. So it'll take the comparator output from the hopper. So when the hopper is empty, comparator will turn on, torch will turn on, repeater will turn on, rail will turn on, minecart is on. Very nice. Next up, we have the Monostable Circuit. This is basically just a device for outputting a one-tick redstone signal, basically just a very fast signal, which actually allows sticky pistons to spit out their blocks. So yeah, I've got the very classic T flip-flop design here. T stands for toggleable. Very nice. And then here, it's very simply just an observer, because the output that an observer gives is actually just one tick. So yeah, very simple, very useful in a lot of farms and other redstone contraptions. Next up, we have something that isn't really a redstone contraption, but by this point I was running out of ideas. This is the item elevator. Now, what happens is, if you've got soul sand at the bottom, and then water source blocks all the way up to the top, you can chuck in an item, and it will be shot all the way up to the top. You're probably going to want to have a block just above here, though, otherwise they're just going to go flying on. Although that can actually be very useful and can make some really cool stuff, like anti-gravity pipes or something. Yeah, very nice. Next up, we have a device that is useful for crop farms that grow upwards, like sugarcane farms and bamboo farms. And basically what it is a flying machine that automatically harvests crops. You can see it most prominently in things like my sugarcane farm over there. I might actually just go show that to you, but yeah, as you can see, it just automatically goes round and round until you decide to turn it off with this thing. This is what redstone looks like. Right then, this is flying machine for my sugarcane farm. As you can see, it just plows through all of that sugarcane. How did you get up there? Huh. And as you can see, all of these sugarcane is getting picked up by that minecart with a hopper at the bottom. Yes, there is a little bit of loss, but that's only because I haven't built up walls around the farm. So, yeah. I really like it. Next up, we have something that isn't really a redstone contraption. Again, I was running out of ideas. So, yeah, but it is still very useful farms. Specifically mob farms, because basically, if you get 24 minecarts in the same space, not on top of a rail, that's very important, and then you drop a mob into it, they will be killed very quickly. And if you have that on top of a hopper, their items will go into the chest. Show that to you again. Very nice. Alright then, finally, I've had this one behind a wall for quite a while because it is the epitome of I have run out of ideas. No, seriously though, it isn't a redstone contraption, but it's still, again, very useful for farms, and it is your phone, or your laptop, or your computer, or whatever, because, yeah, just go on the internet and find cool designs for farms and things, because there are lots of people out there with some really creative ones, really efficient ones. I'm one of them included, go watch all my videos. No, but, yes, yeah, so... Also, please excuse my rubbish building skills, this is... this was my best attempt at a phone. And also my rubbish redstone wiring skills over here, I really should have put those on top of concrete or something. I'm rubbish. I should probably just end the video here. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that one or more of these were helpful to you in your farm building needs. And just before the video ends, I'd like to say just thanks for all of the people who've subscribed in well, very recently, because yeah, over the last week or so, I've had I think it was 3 new subscribers, which doesn't sound like much, but the stage the channel is at, it is very helpful. So, yeah, thank you. But anyway, I'm rambling on too much. I will see you later. Bye.